You are very informed by roots rock and 70s rock, and a lot of those influences are in there as well.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely having an older brother.
Yeah.
I definitely you know um, kind of knew what I wanted to do. I never went through like a fusion phase or metal or any of that stuff. I kind of already kind of had established those influences really young.
So when everybody in Boston who was pretending to go to Berkeley was listening to their Electric Band records, you were
Right.
listening to your Stax records,
My Stax and my Motown,
and your Zeppelin,
Yeah,
and your AC/DC.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing else is. It hasn't changed. Yeah, I'm sure I'll listen to something like that today. You know, and I didn't really want to be in a band. I wanted to be more of a session guy. I've been in bands my whole life, and my idea of coming to LA was to be more of a freelance. It really enhanced that type of lifestyle.
Right.
But I ended up in a couple bands, but they were supported by some money, so it was kind of the best of both worlds. I could kind of be in a band, be somewhat creative, but also know that it was taking care of some of the rent.
Mm-hmm.
And I was one of my bass player friends that had gotten me into this indie band had just started playing with Josh Groban. I didn't even know who it was, and the music director from that had come down and seen us play this little gig in Venice Beach.
Mm.
And he came down and he said, "Oh, I'm from Josh Groban. I'm his music director, and I like your feel, and we're auditioning drummers soon. Would you be interested?" I didn't know what to think, because I didn't know what the music really sounded like. I mean, I kind of heard a little bit of it through my friend, but it didn't make any sense to me really, and it was very orchestral, but that was at the beginning of Josh Groban's career. Nobody really knew what to make of him.
Mm.
They didn't really know if he was just an opera guy that came out in a tuxedo and played with an orchestra, and that was a very foreign world to me. So when I researched the gig more, because I had about a week before the audition, thank God, so I was able to really prepare for it. And I just didn't listen to the studio record. They had already done this live recording with J.R. Robinson on drums, who was a huge hero. And I was able to see how a drummer that kind of has a bit of a rock background really approached that gig. Because I didn't know how to approach it, because the records were very super mellow, and they used a lot of the drums were very like drum programming, very much in the background. So I didn't really know how big or how small to make that type of music right off the bat. So just doing that little bit of homework, I think, really helped. I'm definitely a rock drummer, but that's what the gig needed. It's not a rock gig.
And as varied as that gig is stylistically, you still get some sort of label or stigma from that chair. Is that true? People that may not know what those live shows are like.
Exactly. Yeah, I think people might think, yeah, I don't know what people think. You know what I mean? Like, it's a really unique gig. It's very different.
Yeah.
So I don't even try to explain what that gig is about unless they came and saw a show, and they can see that I'm playing as loud as I would in any other situation, and that musically I take it, all different avenues, and just all over the place music. I pride myself on the versatility, and I definitely don't want to be pigeonholed. And it's if people are pigeonholing you because of a particular gig you do, they're only pigeonholing the artist you play with, or the genre of music that is. If they're going to do that to a player, I think it's really unfair, because I've seen you play so many different styles of music. You've seen me play so many different styles of music. you know, and an artist is an artist. I think it's just that sensitivity of being a musician, and I think that's been the advantage, you know. I think when you get a gig like Groban that's like throwing you so much in different directions, like constantly, you know, okay, play this orchestral snare drum part. What? You know? And then, okay, this song is a, you know, a funk tune. You know, that'll happen within 5 minutes of one another.
Yeah.
So, 10 years ago, I couldn't have done that. I wouldn't have been ready for that. You know, I would have thought, no, I do my thing. I do this one thing.